Take a game, any game, now ask yourself the question, how connected are the gameplay and the story of that game? This might sound like a pointless question, that's because it is, but that doesn't matter, something can be pointless but still be interesting. Let's take a game like Celeste for example. If you somehow never heard of it, then 1. How in the actual fuck did you find this channel? 2. Celeste is a difficult precision platformer about climbing a mountain. The game explores an array of mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Climbing Celeste mountain is a very tough task and Madeline knows that very well. To quote a person who is much more intelligent and handsome than me,
challenge is the whole point of the game, both mechanically and narratively.
I agree with that statement so much. Madeline challenges herself as a coping mechanism. The story of this game works so much better as a difficult platformer as it makes the experience more authentic and immersive. But wait, what about a shush. Artistic intent versus accessibility is a very good topic, but not for today. Let's pretend assist mode isn't real for now. The point is, the story of the game wouldn't hit as hard for people who don't necessarily relate to Madeline's struggles if the game was a completely different genre. Celeste, at its core, needs to be a platformer to properly tell its story. There are some repeating tropes you can see in certain games with how they connect the gameplay with the lore. One of my personal favorite ones are canon explanation for devs. Many games do this, such as Enter the Gungeon, where the entire dungeon is stuck in a time loop. Hades, where Zagreus is a god who can return to the Pool of Sticks. Same for Hades 2, where Melinoe just returns to Shadow. Portal 2, where in the co-op mode, you get rebuilt at the checkpoints when you die. I think Dark Souls does it too. Apparently, I've never played. I never played Dark Souls. I don't know. I'm trying my best to make this video as fast-paced and incohesive as possible. Am I doing a good job at that? I think I'm doing a good job at that. Anyways, have you ever played Risk of Rain 2? It's among the pantheon of the best roguelikes I have ever played. You might recognize this fella, the captain, who I unlock for beating the game for the first time. His utility and special skills involve communicating with the UES safe travels, the spaceship which he commands. Naturally, this means that when you go to alternate dimensions such as the Void Fields or the Gilded Coast, you cannot use these abilities. Fortunately, Captain's entire functionality revolves around his primary, with his special being extremely niche, and his utilities, while being pretty strong, you don't lose out on much for them being unavailable for one stage. Either way, it's still kinda questionable design, especially when you take into consideration the inconsistency that the remote caffeinator also drops the vending machine from the UES safe travels, and yet you can still use it in alternate dimensions. If you want gameplay to make sense with the lore, at least make it consistent. Do you like fourth wall breaks? People seem to be a bit divided on them. Personally, I've always been fascinated by them and the different ways writers make the story and characters interact directly with you. While there are certain examples of people making them feel very cringe and unnatural, I think there's way more examples of games that do them right. For the sake of this video, I want to focus more so on the games where breaking the fourth wall is necessary in the story. Games like Undertale or Epic Battle Fantasy V feature a lot of fourth wall breaks, but the story doesn't focus around them and the story still perfectly functions without them. I'm talking about games where you, yes you, the specimen behind whatever magical doohickey of electronics you play on, are an actual character in the story. I'm thinking games like One Shot, Doki Doki Literature Club, Will You Snail. Oh wait, no, that last example isn't the best, nobody played that game. I need to fix that. Everybody go buy Will You Snail on Steam. Is it still summer sale? I think there's still a few days left. I hope. Either way, I think the one game that perfectly integrates the player as a character is Rhythm Doctor. I know that I already made 2 videos on this game, which is a lot considering my shitty work schedule, but it's a good game, goddammit! It's on sale right now, I hope if it is, and if it still is, then go buy it! Ignore that manic episode. The game integrates the player as a character very naturally. In most other games it's either the characters think you're a god, or there isn't really much of an explanation in who you're supposed to be. While in Rhythm Doctor, you are told that you are an intern, working remotely at the Middlesea Hospital, tasked with testing out the rhythm defibrillation program. It's a simple plot device, but one that is very effective, adding a lot of charm and depth to the world of Rhythm Doctor. Do you have any games that you think nicely connect story and gameplay? I would gladly read about them in the comments. In the meantime, I go back to alternating between listening to Nirvana and Tally Hall on loop, until I manifest the next video. Later, nerds!